Hey, how y'all do? Welcome to the Court Report brought to you by the Red Knight Special, and this is Word on the Net. I'm your boy Nut, and we're going to get off into it. Now, today, we're not going in on these ratchet females. No, we're going in on these ratchet cops, man. These cops is not, listen, not all police. So if there's any police watching this, I don't have nothing against police officers. I have things against cricket police officers, wrong police officers, the ones that know they wrong. You feel me? If you have an attitude problem, if you got an anger issue problem, and you want to be, once you get a desk job as a police, you or go write tickets, but don't deal with people. And another thing, like I always say, before we get to the content, right? And drop a comment in the comment section, man. Let me know what you think. But I think all police officers should take at least a year of schooling on constitutional rights, because how can you have somebody graduate and take an oath to uphold the constitutional rights when they don't even know the constitutional rights? Doesn't make sense. It's like taking a basketball player who went to school to practice playing basketball or football, and then when he get ready on his graduation, put doctor in front of his name. He's not a doctor. He know about basketball, not about being a doctor. So the same thing with the police. How can you tell someone, yeah, police the community, but they don't know the constitutional rights? So every time they jump out, they violating people. Anyway, before I get too deep off in it, we're gonna jump off into this content, and then we're gonna talk a little bit on it. So I thank y'all for tuning in, and let's get to this content, man.
I understand it. This is what happened. This 20-year-old kid, I'll call him a kid, Devin Hartman, he and his friends, some of whom were minors, went to this Sheetz gas station and they were getting some food. As they're getting food, they're recording themselves. They claim they were vlogging. Apparently, somebody at Sheetz asked them to leave, and then they did leave. But Devin forgot his phone at Sheetz. He had to go back for it. And when he got back, I guess Sheetz would not give him his phone back. The police get called. Elwood City Police Department Officer Rob Magnifico arrives. A confrontation ensues wherein the phone is not being given back to Devin. Devin is not happy about that. Officer.
My thing is, this is my thing, right? If I left my phone there and I come back and say I left my phone, y'all ask me to leave, I oblige and I get up and leave. Oh, I left my phone. Let me go back and get my phone. I go back to get my phone. Y'all don't want to give me my phone. Why is that? Why do y'all not want to give me my phone? That's a form of stealing. Like this is what I don't understand. Once the police get called, the police should have said, "What did he come back here for? You have his phone. Let me see if he can verify his phone. Give his phone. Whole problem de-escalated. He going about his business. You going about your business." But see, these police come to work with chips on their shoulders. Let's get back to the content.
Magnifico is clearly an aggressive, angry person. Devin's 16-year-old friend is concerned. He begins to record what's happening.
It's a public place. You're not.
Who's here?
Okay?
Please tell me who's here.
I'm here.
And just after he presses the record button, Magnifico walks around the corner and violently shoves Devin to the ground.
I don't give a fuck. Bro, I want my phone.
Bro, understand this, son.
Yo.
I'm not going to put up with your shit.
Yo.
Understand who you're talking to.
What the fuck?
Sort of leaving Devin in shock about what had just transpired. Magnifico then goes on a tirade yelling at these kids, but ultimately telling him to leave.
Not going to put up with your crap. I told you to quit yelling and screaming. You're not allowed in here.
Now, I know a lot of y'all gonna say, well, he shouldn't have cussed, but we have freedom of speech. And this is the problem with this country, right? And when it comes to the police, it seems like all these people who's pro-police, it's like common sense it's not coming to them. It's like your rights, oh, they're the police, let's abide by them. Until it hits home, until it's one of your kids, or one of your family members, your husband, your brother, your cousin, until it's one of somebody that's in your family that this happened to, then it hits home, it sinks in, then y'all start wanting to be like, oh, wow, they was wrong. So it's important that we have these cameras. It's important that we walk around recording things, because not only it makes the police uncomfortable, but it makes them do their job right. You feel me? If you're doing your job right, you shouldn't care about cameras being there. It's cameras recording everywhere. Do you own a house? Look across the street at your neighbor house. Do they got a doorbell, a ring, cam on their door, or a camera? I guarantee you they got a camera facing, look like you're facing the driveway, facing right at your house. When you get in your car and leave and your garage door open up and bag out and pull out your own camera. So I don't know what the big deal is about the camera, why the police get so mad about cameras, man. It's just weird to me.
Leave.
Which they did. As they were leaving, Devin calmly asked the officer his name and badge number. Officer Magnifico once again displayed his anger, his aggressiveness, and after he identifies himself, he actually smacks the phone out of the 16-year-old kid's hand who is filming this interaction.
My name is Magnifico. My badge number is 5815. Don't touch me. Touch me again.
Bro, where your butt?
Afterwards, that kid's mother posted this video on Facebook. And here is a...
And you know what's crazy about that? Is, excuse me, but what's crazy about that is a police, you'll have a conversation with the police. It might get a little tense. But you are in your own comfort space and the officer is in his comfort space. If you pay attention, the cop will come right up to your nose knowing that he's violating your personal space. And then you be like, man, get up. And he'll tell you, you get out my face. Knowing that, see, that's how they bait you. They bait you into to get you in the trick bag. You dig what I'm saying? What I don't understand about this officer is why is he so aggressive? What's wrong at home? What is your wife cheating on you? What seems to be the problem? I don't like why is you so aggressive? And the crazy part about this, right? And I'm not racist at all, but a lot of these times I'll be looking at this. This is a little white kid, right? I'm mad that he had to go through this from another officer. You feel me? But it'd be 10 times worse when it be a black kid standing in there. You feel me? I'm just keeping it real. I know most of y'all gonna be like, nah, but I'm just being real with you. It's 10 times worse for a black kid. But I'm mad that this kid had to go through this, man. A 15, 16-year-old kid had to go through a unhinged officer. You feel me? That shouldn't even be on the force. If you got this much anger built up in you, you shouldn't deal with people. They should give you a desk job. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get back to the content. Thank you for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe button.
Screenshot of her post. And that is the only thing that led to some measure of accountability for what happened here. She said, "This is Elwood City's finest assaulting a kid for wanting his phone, that he gave multiple details, including his PIN, to prove ownership, and when he was asked about his name and badge number, tried implying that the kid touched him. But what you don't quite get to hear is him asking where his body cam is, which makes him quickly realize that my minor son is recording as he smacked his phone to the ground. Oh yeah, this guy has been there like 20 years, and they have not had body cams. So he's not used to being recorded. As you'll see, that post goes fairly viral, gets a couple of 100,000 views through being shared on Facebook, and that actually quickly got results. Just like yesterday, leading to the city council suspending him for 10 days and ordering Officer Magnifico to go to anger management counseling.
Police personnel.
A motion would be in order to approve rendering the discipline of Sergeant Robert V. Magnifico as follows. You are hereby demoted from the rank of sergeant to the rank of patrolman effective immediately. You are hereby suspended without pay for a period of 10 days effective immediately. You are hereby directed to complete a course on anger management and de-escalation approved by the mayor. The course must be completed within 6 months of the date of this notice.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Berry?
Yes.
Mr. Selly?
Yes.
Mr. Craigle?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Lamenta?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Ovio?
Yes. Motion carries.
So why the suspension for only 10 days? Well, this is what led up to that. The TV news...
You know why? Because he's been on the force for a long time, and he's somebody that's superior to the other officers that working up under him. You did? So, being as though it's on camera, see, if it wasn't on camera, that would have got pushed up under the rug. You dig what I'm saying? That would have never came to the light. You feel me? So, since the little kid happened to be recording it, and they caught it, now they got to do some kind of discipline, you know what I'm saying, up on him. But it still ain't enough. What y'all should do is take him off the streets and put him on office duty, or take him and make him start writing side tickets. But don't let him deal with people. Don't let him go on calls when it comes to people, because his anger issue, man, this is how people lose their lives. This is how people get unalive. You know what I'm saying? By dealing with these kind of people. And I always tell people, it's crazy to me that for you or me to want, if we want to do hair, we got to go to school for 2 years to get certified to be a hairstylist. But a person who has the willingness to take a life or let you live only have to go to school for 6 months. I mean, go take training for 6 months. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. This world is so backwards to me that you would give a person the power to take a life or let you live with only 6 months training. But for me to do your hair and make you look good, I need 2 years of training. It doesn't make sense. That's why I keep telling y'all, man, I'm finna start pushing for this, man. Police need to take a year of schooling on constitutional rights. I mean, either they should do 6 months course and then a 6 month schooling on constitutional rights in order to become a police officer, because they ain't doing nothing but violating. Every time you step out your car and you deal with somebody, have an interaction with someone, in some way, form, or fashion, you might be violating their constitutional rights. And I'm not saying police officers they're perfect. Nobody's perfect. And I ain't trying to say all police get down like this. But I will say this, though. I will say this. I strongly believe that all police need to take some schooling on constitutional rights. It shouldn't have to wait till somebody get unalive, beaten up, bullet hole, broken, beat up by the police in order for them to say, "Oh, it's on camera now. Now we need you to go take de-escalation classes. Now we need you." No, it shouldn't even have to go there. You're dealing with human beings. No matter what the skin color is, we're all human beings. Let's get back to the content.
News based out of Pittsburgh interviewed the mayor after that video initially went viral, and the mayor sort of expressed that he did not like what he saw in the video, but he described Magnifico's actions as actions unbecoming of a police officer, rather than as I would describe them.
We don't condone behavior unbecoming of a police officer. I'm not saying that's what transpired, but it's an ongoing investigation.
What did you think when you saw the video, Mayor?
I like to believe, too, we like to de-escalate problems.
Do you feel your officer was doing that in that moment?
In the beginning, yes, but as things transpired, things a little bit escalated, and we don't condone that behavior.
I don't feel it's necessary to waste a whole lot of time on this, but this is...
Now, you see this, and do you see that's what gets me about the police, right? The people that's in higher places, higher power. Instead of them calling a spade, instead of them calling it how they see it, the officer was wrong. He went too far, and this is why we're taking the necessary steps to correct him. That's what should have came out their mouth, but police never say that. They come out, they want to go, "Oh, well, it's seeing he was doing his job right," and we did ask you all, like she asked you a simple question, and you want to go and sugarcoat the whole answer. This ain't what we talking about. We don't need you to put a 10 on the 2, bro. We need you to keep it 100, keep it factual. You know he was wrong. You feel me? Now, let it been me walked up to that little boy and pushed that little boy against the wall like that, and he's 15, 16 years old. That's assault on a minor for one thing. You dig what I'm saying? But they going to say, well, he was the police. He was called there because of him. Just because he said, "I don't give a F, I just want my phone back." He wasn't yelling when he said that. He was just basically saying, "I want my phone. That's something I paid for. That's mine." And just because I say that, you push me all the way down the thing and get all in my face, slap the phone up my other. Like, it's just crazy how police officers got just so much power over people's lives, and all these people still out here pro-police until it happens to you. You wonder, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Until it happens to you, man. And we see this type of stuff all day long in the hood. We see this all day long. Well, I will say it's getting a little better. And you know why it's getting a little better? Because of videos like YouTube. So when you see this video, you watch this video, share this video, man. Get this video out there. Go tap into TCRL. Go watch his content. He make good content. You know what I'm saying? Check it out. Throw this out there, man. Share this, man. Like it, subscribe so we can get it out there. We need to get more eyes on this so people can see what's really going on and make these police take accountability for their actions, man. Let's get back to it.
It's more than just an officer being unprofessional or using profanity when he shouldn't or escalating a situation. This is a police officer breaking the law, really the highest law of the land, the Constitution. He's right there on video violating the 4th Amendment of the Bill of Rights. That's pretty serious, in my opinion. Pennsylvania is in the 3rd Federal Circuit, so we looked there first to excessive force case law. There was an opinion in 2017, Anthony versus Seltzer, that is pretty much dispositive here. Under long-established Fourth Amendment law, force may not legitimately be used against an individual who is compliant and poses no ongoing threat to himself or others, or who is not resisting arrest, even if he was initially non-compliant. So here, the kid was not under arrest. The police officer was just butthurt over something the kid said.
I don't give a fuck. Bro, I want my phone.
And he lashed out in retaliation with this just gratuitous violence.
Understand this, son.
Yo.
I'm not gonna put up with your shit. Understand who you're talking to.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Because he could.
And I can more than guarantee you the only reason why I didn't go no further than that because it was inside of this store. And there's cameras inside that store. You dig? I guarantee you, because if it was up to him, they probably would have did way more to him like if he was somewhere on the streets. And they probably would have broke their phones or did something weird. Because police do weird things. They try to erase stuff. They try to do a lot of stuff when they know they wrong, man. This ain't right, man. That little kid, when he was, 16 years old, 15, 16, they asked him to leave the store. He left. He realized he left his phone there. The kid traveled back to the store. Hey, I left my phone. Gotta get my phone. Oh, we ain't giving you nothing back. Now it turned into a back and forth where the police get called. Instead of the police coming and trying to hear both sides of both parties and de-escalating the beef and just handling the situation civilized, he goes straight at the youngsters. He might got something against young people. You never know. A lot of older people don't like younger people. A lot of people he look like he's up there in the senior citizen age. So for him to be acting like this, you know what I'm saying? That's not cool, man, because if he do something, he going to get assault on a police officer, assault on a senior citizen. It's going to be so many different charges piled up on him if he would have reacted to defend himself. But that's the problem. They don't want us to defend ourselves. You defend yourself. Oh, you defend yourself. So we supposed to stand there and let these officers brutally beat us, stomp us, choke us out, and nothing lay there. And we ain't supposed to do nothing back to defend ourselves, nothing. We just supposed to let them unalive us because they feel like, because they mad for something that was said or something. Come on, you're a police. You got to stay professional at all times. I'm a civilian. My job is not to stay professional at all times. I got the right, the freedom of speech. I got the right to act away. As long as I ain't acting out belligerent and threatening you or putting my hands on you, I can say what I want to say. And shouldn't be no retaliation against that. Anyway, let's get back to the content.
Because he knew he didn't have a body cam on, and he didn't realize at that time yet that he was being recorded. And that is what police officers are not allowed to do.
That's why
under any different circumstances, they can use violence to do their job, but they can't use gratuitous violence where it's not necessary because there's some immediate safety threat. And that's exactly what happened here. I mean, this is a constitutional violation, unquestionably captured on video. No doubt about it. And likely others as well, such as First Amendment retaliation. This was excessive force, a Fourth Amendment violation. There's really nothing to investigate about that. You either care about constitutional rights or you don't. And while it's commendable that this mayor, the city council did something, it's not enough. And it's not enough because they don't see this as a constitutional violation. They see this as some sort of policy violation about a police officer being unprofessional or escalating rather than de-escalating. No. This rises way beyond that. This has been a recurring problem with this police officer that this mayor and this council either knows about or should have known about already. Officer Magnifico pushed this kid in response to something the kid said. The worst part about all this is that the kid had every right to say what he had to say. The kid had every right to criticize.
And that's the problem, man. Like, we have free. I don't understand why people don't get that. We have freedom of speech, but there's still, like they say, you got the right to say whatever you want, but understand there's consequences to everything you do and say. You feel me? And I understand that. So while me personally, I can be truthfully honest with y'all, I haven't personally been put in the bag where I've been racially profiled or anything like that. I can honestly see, I'm a realist, so I always keep it real. I can honestly sit here and say, when I was a younger guy in the streets, every time the police messed with me, it was because I was doing something. I will say that. I'm not going to sit here and act like I was innocent and the police was just messing with me. I will say I was doing wrong and the police was doing their job. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of these dudes going, I'm tired of them messing with me for nothing. No, I was doing wrong. Yes, I was. But even when you're doing wrong, the cops still got to follow the rules and the law, the way they arrest you, the way they handle you. And that's the only point I'm making. If you're going to arrest me the right way. Do it the right way. Don't do no sneaky. Don't plant nothing on me. Don't chase me down and I get caught. Now you want to beat me up for 10 minutes because I ran off. If I get caught, I give up. Handcuff me, put me in the car. That's the end of it. Don't grab me, slam me in the car, slam me on the down, put your knee all in my neck and all on my head, bending my arm all up. The chase is over with, bro. It's over with. But anyway, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Hit that like and subscribe button, man. Let's get back to this content. Y'all know I'll be bringing this raw to y'all. Y'all be acting like y'all don't feel your boy. But anyway, I love y'all for tuning in anyway.
His government. He had a constitutional right to do that. And this officer has demonstrated in the past that he does not respect that. He does not respect First Amendment rights. He spits on them. The Supreme Court held in the city of Houston versus Hill in 1987 that the freedom of individuals verbally to oppose or challenge police action without thereby risking arrest is one of the principal characteristics by which we distinguish a free nation from a police state. One of the prior issues that Officer Magnifico was involved in perfectly illustrates what the Supreme Court was warning us about all the way back in 1987. That police officers like this Magnifico wants to have a police state. That's what he wants. And if you challenge him, if you verbally oppose him, guess what? What are you risking? You're risking arrest. That is how he is going to punish you. A guy named Perry Malcolm back in 2017 had got a parking ticket. He believed that the parking ticket was part of a quota system and that it was illegal, that he had done nothing wrong. So he shows up at the police station there in that town and he verbally opposes the ticket that he received and he asked for it to be withdrawn. And the officers at that police department, they acted very much like tyrants. They doubled down.
Just received a ticket from you guys over in North Side.
All right.
I was just curious on why.
What's it say on it?
It said I was too close to the curb. Or
Curb?
intersection.
Okay. Oh, you're too close to the intersection?
No.
Okay. Well, I gave the ticket, so you were.
Okay. I would have brought my tape measure
No.
and showed you that I wasn't.
Sorry, you're more than welcome to.
I gave it
Not-
back, so.
You can give it back. You're going to get a citation. Okay.
Well, I mean, why would I get a citation?
Because if you don't pay a parking ticket, then it turns into a citation.
No, not guilty.
No,
It's just your word against mine.
it is.
Well,
You can talk to Lieutenant Kingston. He's the officer in charge.
Oh, well, he's in charge right now?
Nope.
Oh, well, then why'd you say he was in charge?
He is the officer in charge of this department. Lieutenant Kingston.
Okay. Well, he's not here right now, and I'm speaking to you, and
You are.
it's your discretion against anybody else's.
Hey,
There's a law,
listen.
not,
You can pull out the crime
You can't
code,
prove it.
the vehicle code.
You can't prove it. What's the code?
Then don't pay it.
What's the code?
Then don't pay it. You'll receive a citation.
What's the code?
Okay?
What's the code?
It's in the vehicle code. Go ahead, look it
What?
up.
Go ahead. You're the officer that gave me the ticket. You
You're
cited
right,
me.
but
What
you
is
know
it?
what?
What is it?
It's your responsibility.
It is not my responsibility.
Yeah, it is.
You,
You got the
you're
ticket,
you're
didn't
to protect and
All right,
serve
buddy,
me.
pay the ticket,
Go ahead and
okay?
I'm going to go get my ticket back out of here, is what I'm going to do.
Good. You haven't taken over you in bed.
I'm not going to pay it. I'm going to talk to Officer Kingston, and I'm going to wonder why you're such an asshole.
It's all right, my man. Pay the ticket.
Not going to happen, fuckhead.
Eventually, Magnifico gets involved. The officer decided to arrest this man who was exercising his free speech about this citation that he had been wrongly given.
What'd you say, sir?
Says it's not going to happen.
What did you call? What'd you say?
Says it's not going to happen.
What did you say to me out there?
It's not going to happen.
Okay, what'd you call me?
To make a difference.
It does make a difference. It's called disorderly conduct.
It's not disorderly conduct.
Okay, you want to try that again? No. All right, you take that ticket.
Now, do you see what I'm saying? Dude said it outside to him before he went in the building. When he said, son, why you such an ass? You know what I'm saying? When he said, why you such an a-hole, right? Now, why you didn't turn around right then and then and go hem him up? You feel me? What you did was went in there, got some help, told somebody what happened. Oh, no, you're not going to talk to us like that. We're the police. You can't talk to us like that. Let's go. And then they went and retaliated against this man. You dig what I'm saying? This is not cool. Listen, you ever notice that police get butthurt when you speak your mind? You ever notice when you get pulled over, they get butthurt when you say, oh, I don't want to answer no questions unless it's refusing. Unless it got something to do with this stop. Where I'm coming from ain't none of your business. Where I'm going ain't none of your business. What I'm about to eat ain't none of your business. Where I came from eating that ain't none of your business. You stopped me for a reason, so let's stick with the situation that's at hand. But, you know, police always fishing to try to pull you out, trying to get you in a trick bag. I keep telling y'all.
I asked him a question. That's it.
What makes you think you can talk to us like that?
Talk to you like what?
Mother effing him. Why do you think you can do that on a public street? You can't. It's against the law.
So nobody hurt me.
You still can't do it. In a public place, you can't do it.
Nobody hurt me.
It doesn't make a difference. You're on a public street.
See, they didn't have nothing to get him on, so now they want to. This is crazy.
The problem is nothing.
It's public, right?
Nothing, right? It's public, and you can't cuss and swear in public. It's against the law.
Well, he did.
Okay.
It's not against the law for him.
Okay.
It's not disorderly conduct for him.
He's an idiot.
From there, things escalated.
They look
Malcolm
like they
was
was
not only
leaving.
taken down, but he was tased. And just like the other case, the worst.
When you see the picture, right, of the two police walked over there, if you really pay attention, it really looked like they was finna leave. You know what I'm saying? Let me take it back just a little bit. Right there, you see that? Right there. You see what I'm saying? It looked like they was about to leave. You know what I'm saying? Now, look up in that right-hand corner.
You can't cuss and swear in public. It's against the law.
Well, he did.
Okay.
It's not against the law for him.
Okay.
It's not disorderly conduct for him.
He's an idiot.
From there, things escalated. Malcolm was not only taken down, but he was tased. And just like the other case, the worst thing about this one is that Magnifico can be heard on this recording threatening the individual with bodily harm in response to his exercise of his First Amendment rights.
What's that? What's that? What's that to my face, Barry? I'm standing right here. You think you're such a tough guy?
You're such
Why don't
a
you
tough
say it to
guy.
my face, huh? Why don't you make a move? Because you can't.
Got to.
Because you get your ass kicked. That's why. Because you're an idiot. Put your hand behind your back.
Do you peep that? They always use that. Cops always say that. When you say, oh, you such a tough guy, they'll run up on you, all impressing you with their body weight, all up on you. If you even lift your hand and be like, yo, man, give me feet. Boom, boom, they snatching you up, throwing you on the ground, handcuffing. Now you assaulted a police officer. On top of that, you're going to get resisting arrest. On top of that, you're going to get disorderly conduct. You dig what I'm saying? This is what I mean by police, how they trump. Look at how they trumped it. They put him in a trick bag. Pay attention.
I'm telling you right now. Hey, my hand's behind the back. My hand's behind my back. Stop. I'm not resisting arrest.
I don't care. You have never learned one thing in your life, have you?
For what?
You come down to a stupid parking ticket, you gotta act like an idiot.
Turn around. Dude, I can't turn around.
Turn around, right?
Hands off my neck, dude.
Telling you, turn around right now.
Dude,
turn around right now.
Turning around.
Turn around right now. Put your hands on. Get on the ground right now. Don't you fucking move. You understand me? Don't you fucking move. No, you're in for it. Okay, you wanna fuck around, this is what happens. Okay? You done now? Put your hand out. Put your hand out. Can't breathe, man. I don't care.
I'm sure there's a whole lot more on this guy out there that I haven't had time to find. But check this out. Here's a video of Officer Magnifico telling somebody that he basically slow rolls it without lights to domestic violence calls because he wants them to beat the out of each other.
I don't rush the fight. Here's what. Because I want them to beat the shit out of each other and tire each other out. I said, that way when I get there, all I gotta do is say, you're under arrest, you're under arrest. I said, when have you ever seen, I go, have you ever seen us run lights and sirens to a fight club? No. I said, and here's the thing, you know, he's never felt. If I get there right, you know, if you get there right away, and you got two people who still have a lot of energy in them, and you try to break them up, I end up getting hit. You know, when you step in between two people throwing punches, you know, I mean, sometimes you got to do it. I mean, sometimes, you know, we get caught, there are guns and shit involved, and we understand it. But I'm not following.
And just imagine all the footage that would exist if this guy had to wear a body cam the past 20 years. So what do you think about the discipline? 10 days off, basically. Some BS anger management class. Is that going to fix 20 years of this guy being a bully? Of course it's not going to. But should somebody be a police officer where they have demonstrated that?
Yeah, see, this is crazy, man. And this is what I talk about all the time, man. It's like, it's sad that we live in a country where people don't recognize when people are being bullied on, beat up on, unalive, all kind of stuff based on a person who took 6 months to become an officer, and he got the willpower to let you live or take your life. You dig? I don't think that's right. It should. That sounds crazy. 6 months to become a police officer. 6 months to hold a gun on your hip and have a badge and have the opportunity or the privilege to say, I could take your life if I want to. But for me to do your hair, I got to go to school for 2 years just to know how to do hair. Drop a comment in the comment section if you feel like police should be, if you feel like it should be 6 months course and 6 months of schooling on constitutional rights. Drop a comment in the comment section. You know what I mean? Because this is crazy. This is deep, man. And if we don't fix this problem now, man, it's only getting worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? So, I wish you guys a wonderful, blessed day. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for tuning in. This is the Quarter Report brought to you by the Red Knight Special. And this is Word on the Net. Now, you know my slogan. If you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, let me give you some game. Get back in the bed, roll over, and get out on the right side of the bed. Thank you for tuning in. God bless.